Good morning and welcome back to my channel. This is hopefully going to be a productive morning in my life, so let's get to it. Good morning. You look rested. Good morning. Let's see what I got. Okay, let's do a quick grocery haul. Let me just show you what I got on our delivery order. This is all from Whole Foods. First up is this seduction bread. I love this bread so much, and there's a seed version at Central Market, which is owned by H-E-B, which is like a Texas grocery store. I don't know what it's called. It's like seed something. I can tell it's supposed to be like their version of the Whole Foods seduction bread, but it just does not hit the same way. I really like this one, highly recommend. It has tons and tons of seeds. Gochujang, this is like a Korean chili sauce. I'm wanting to make more Korean dishes, so this will be very helpful. And then I also got this gochugaru, which is like Korean chili flakes, same reasoning. Sesame seeds, I love this brand. Another refill of my favorite sesame oil, rice vinegar, garlic powder for when I run out of fresh garlic. Speaking of fresh garlic, I also got this thing of peeled garlics. Okay, why not save the time of cutting up like the real garlic? Nobody has time for all of that peeling. I got 2 packs of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Chicken thigh supremacy. I'm not gonna be like, oh, only eat chicken breast because that's like the healthiest part of the chicken. Chicken thigh has really good nutrients. It's still really high in protein and it has good fats for you. To me, it honestly tastes better than chicken breast. So like, sue me. 2 cups of my favorite Good Culture cottage cheese. These are the whole milk ones. I am a whole milk purist. It is so much better for you than like 2% or fat-free. I'm always getting whole milk versions of, let's say, like cottage cheese, milk, obviously, Greek yogurt, and I love these portion sizes. This is a little bit of a tangent, but if you are new here, I have lost 120 pounds sustainably over the course of a few years. I used to be 285 pounds. When I was that size, I was so bad at portioning. I always knew cottage cheese is supposed to be like healthy, good for you, and I've always loved it, but I would take it way to the extreme and I would get like a giant tub of cottage cheese and I would just eat the whole thing in one sitting with like a giant bag of family-sized Lay's potato chips, and I wondered why I'm gaining weight. So after a lot of learning, realizing about portion control, portion sizes, I love these little cups, and these are from Good Culture. First of all, Good Culture is my favorite brand of cottage cheese, and I've tried all of them. It has the best ingredients and it just tastes so much better than the competition, so that's why I love these. And they come in these little cups, so you know each cup you're gonna get 18 grams of protein, 140 calories. These are an amazing snack and I love to have at least like 3 or 4 on hand at once, so I can have something easy to eat. I got some fresh ginger. I got a couple cans of the Olipop vintage cola. I already haven't drank regular soda like Coke, Dr. Pepper, Sprite, and stuff like that in several years just due to the health reasons. Like, I don't want to be ingesting so much sugar and just all of the stuff that comes in regular soda. So when I discovered Olipop, I was so happy a few years ago. I really like their root beer flavor and the vintage cola. I bought this not to drink, but I really want to make Chinese Coke chicken, which usually uses Coca-Cola, but I thought, like, can I just substitute Olipop cola? It'll probably taste a little bit different, but much better for you, so I'm gonna try to attempt that. That is a recipe that I want to try. My husband used to make it all the time, but we haven't made it in a while, so I was like, maybe I can try to make it. If you didn't know, he is the chef of our family. I am still like learning different like cooking principles, and my cooking skills are really basic, but I'm working on it, especially this year. I want to have at least a solid baseline of cooking skills before we have kids, because I want to be able to make them good food, good nutritious food that opens up their palate. I don't want them to be like only eating chicken nuggets and stuff like that and macaroni, which we're not going to be making those foods. I can already hear the comments. People are going to say, that's what you think now, but wait and see. So we'll see, but I really don't want to be making chicken nuggets and macaroni because that is something I used to eat that was very, very bad for me personally. And I don't want to be setting my kids down a path of morbid obesity, chronic illnesses, and in a life of feeling sick. So I want to give them the best start possible, and then we can educate them and then they can make their own choices. But I just want to be able to cook at least a little bit for them so that we're not all relying on my husband to feed all of us all the time. So that is one of my goals for this year, is to get better at, you know, a solid repertoire of recipes. I also got these smoothie kits from Blendtopia. This is my favorite one so far. This is detox. It has
pineapple, celery, bananas, kale, spinach, hemp seeds, wheatgrass, lemon, and cayenne.
And each one can do 2 smoothies. So I put like half of this pack in my smoothie, and then I'll add a few other things, like a little bit of
blueberries, a little bit of strawberries, peanut butter, chia seeds,
stuff like that, just to make it more well-rounded. Oh, and then I mix all of it with milk, whole milk, and the smoothie it makes is just so delicious. The taste is not too strong, so honestly I don't even taste wheatgrass and lemon and kale. So if you don't like the taste of like vegetables in your smoothies, these are perfect because you can just add a little bit of fruit or a little bit of whatever else you want and it's good. You're still gonna get the nutritional benefits. Speaking of smoothies, I also got these 2 blender bombs. These I discovered last time I went to Whole Foods in person, and I was like, whoa, that looks really cool. They're like these little cookie things, and it's basically like
peanut butter, honey, walnuts, cacao powder, flax seeds, aloe vera, bee pollen, cinnamon, vanilla.
And it's all good things that you can put in your smoothie. And what I love about this is it has, you know, it has like the good fats, the protein, the seeds and stuff, and it makes the smoothie taste really good. So I've been loving using these. I had already been trying the peanut butter one. I wanted to try the goji and coconut one, so I'll let you guys know if this tastes good, but highly recommend the peanut butter one. This one is Alex approved. It's everything I got for this little grocery delivery of just some last minute stuff I wanted to get. Now I need to actually put everything away. This is literally such a slay. This house came with a drink fridge. I think it's supposed to be for like wines and stuff, but we don't drink alcohol, so we're just putting sodas and stuff. When anyone comes over, we can offer them a little soda. Shout out to the people who built this house because this is pretty cool. This morning I'm trying to kick out a lot of chores and household stuff, and hopefully I can fit in a workout after I finish this, and also after I finish feeding the dogs their breakfast. Now I want to get a load of laundry started. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, honey.
How's it going? Alright, next on the task list, I want to refill our water machine. This water machine, oh my god, I could go on for ages, but let me just tell you, this thing is literally the best purchase we've made for this house. In our old house, we had a reverse osmosis filter installed underneath the sink, but in this house, because we're renting and we don't own it, we can't just like drill into the countertops, into the marble. So we were like, okay, what's the next best solution? When we first moved to Texas, we were drinking plastic water bottles because you can't drink directly from the tap, and that was just not the best because plastic water bottles can have like 300,000 microplastic units inside each water bottle that you're just like ingesting. And with the volume of water we drink on a daily basis, I drink like many liters of water every single day. We were like, okay, this is not great. So we started to switch to glass water bottles, but after like a few weeks of that, it's just crazy expensive. Buying glass water bottles for a whole year would be almost $30,000, and we were like, oh my god, like this is actually so crazy and not sustainable. Also, it's really inconvenient to recycle them and get rid of them, and it just takes up so much space. What's the next best solution for safer water, less microplastics? So I did some research and I found this machine. This is on my Amazon storefront, by the way. This machine, it is a little bit pricey. It's like $410, but there's an $80 coupon right now. if you're seeing this on Amazon. I think it occasionally comes. So it comes down to like $3.20, and that is such a good deal. All you do is you just fill this container with tap water, and then you just pop it back in here. On this side, these are the reverse osmosis filters, and so it filters the water through all of these, and then it remineralizes because it takes out all the toxic things but also all the good minerals. So that's why we need to remineralize the water. But like after we started looking into microplastics in water sources, like you would not believe how crazy it is. And microplastics are so bad for us. Like they're hormone disrupting, endocrine disrupting. It's just so bad for your overall health. Like why would you want to be drinking more microplastics if you can avoid it? So this machine has been a lifesaver. We've had it for like a month already, and it just makes drinking water, first of all, so much more convenient, and it saves you so much money in the long run. So this is the wastewater that's left over after it filters the best water out. So you can use it for your watering your plants outside, anything like that, and then you can refill the whole thing again. It's time to make my morning drink. I have been altering this a little bit recently. I'm doing a little bit less water because I'm not using Element these days because I am putting a lot of salt on my food, so I don't want to like overload on salt too much. 1, 2, 3. I love this stuff so much. This is literally the reason why I don't get sick. My holy grail supplement. This literally cured my eczema and has made my skin so smooth. Also, my hair is growing out now for the first time in years. My hairstylist was like, whoa, you have so much growth sprouting, and it's all because of this. This makes my poo so regular. Cheers. I also want to make myself a pre-workout snack. I'm gonna have a piece of my seduction bread with some of my favorite freshly ground peanut butter that I got last time at Whole Foods. Can we just take a second to admire how beautiful this bread and peanut butter is? It's the simple things. That first bite always hits so hard. I think these guys are getting hungry, so it is time to feed them breakfast. Are you hungry? Do you want breakfast? He is scared of the tripod. Okay, now the boys are eating their breakfast. Dog eating sounds. Yum, yum, yum. Always double check that there's no lint or anything. Like, I'm always so paranoid about fire being started from our dryer, so always be super careful. My grandma's house burned down, not from a dryer fire, but I'm always so paranoid about home fires. Just started preheating the oven so that I can make my lunch soon. Now I'm going to hop on the treadmill for a quick walking workout. I have my Kindle. I'm going to be reading my book. I just started reading War and Peace, and it is literally so good. Several years ago, we went to see the 8-hour-long 1965 version at Lincoln Center in Manhattan, and it was so interesting. So now I'm like, it's time to read the book, and the book is actually so good. It's so funny, so dramatic, so much tea. I highly recommend. It is super long though. It's like 1,000 something pages, but I'm getting through it really slowly. I'm like 9% way done with the book, and I am loving it so far. Okay, so 10 out of 10 recommend. I just put my chicken in the oven to cook. I marinated the chicken last night in the sauce I made, and so now it's gonna sit in the oven for 30 minutes, and I think it will taste very good. The chicken just came out of the oven. I'm gonna let it sit and rest for a little bit. Does this not look so delicious? Like, oh my god, I cannot wait to dig in. This is how my lunch plate came out. I've got my chicken thighs, some kimchi, and some rice. the black rice we made last night for dinner and it is so good. And then I had some leftover white rice. And then I'm also eating some pomelo on the side. So yeah, I'm gonna go eat my lunch now and get started on work for the day. Thank you so much for watching.